Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Manjunath here. I wanted to talk about how I would systematically learn data science if I had to start all over again from absolutely ground zero. Many things have most certainly changed since the start of my data science journey. Motivation for this video is to share a concrete, relevant roadmap that serves as a go-to for your learning journey in data science. And I sincerely hope that this video will provide you with the much needed, definitive, clear path to shape your own data science journey. Having said that, I also recognize the fact that learning journey for every individual is slightly different, and therefore this roadmap serves as a strong holistic blueprint to help you prioritize that matters to you in your learning journey, and you can further build on this. Here is what is needed from your side. Please make sure to watch this video till the end, as I'm going to share a few of my the best tips. Yes, you heard it right. The best tips that are clearly aligned strategically with this roadmap. Whether you are a student or a professional looking to pivot your career into data science roles, this video is for you. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please smash that like button and do not hesitate to subscribe for more useful content like this one. Don't forget to turn on notifications to be alerted when I post my periodical videos. Let's get started. One must recognize that data science is a vast interdisciplinary field, and hence it does not make sense to take a big bang approach to learning data science. What makes better sense is this: use divide and conquer strategy. Yes, you heard it right. Please use divide and conquer strategy. What I mean is, break this into various components. I'm going to explain all of the components. First one is programming. You can choose between Python or R programming. But I have a personal recommendation. I use both Python and R, but if you ask me on a day-to-day basis, I use more of Python as compared to R. I use Python for multiple reasons. First and foremost, Python I use for its versatility. R is quite common in academic setting. So I'm recommending strongly use of Python since it has huge favor in the industry, and more importantly, if you peruse job openings, they predominantly ask for Python skills at this point. So therefore, learning Python, if you are new to programming, picking up Python programming skills will keep you in good stead. And the second aspect to learning data science is all about getting the fundamentals right. You should have a solid grasp of the fundamental knowledge. What I mean by that is, good basic understanding of statistics is a must and is a non-negotiable. And good basic understanding of mathematics is also a must and is also a non-negotiable. Under mathematics, you need to have a good grasp of linear algebra, matrix algebra, calculus, particularly differential and integral calculus. And by the way, on my channel, you find a lot of the content that is just enough to get you started on exploring your data journey. Then you should have domain literacy. I'm not expecting you to have the domain knowledge of a subject matter expertise. It should be a tacit knowledge. In any case, a single person cannot have domain expertise in all of the domains. So good to have domain literacy, particularly in terms of tacit knowledge to start with. Then visualization and communication, a big component that you must be comfortable. In fact, soft skills are equally important as compared to the hard skills in learning data science. You know what? Then there are projects. From my experience, I've seen and I've also employed different ways to learn data science, but here is what works best for you in my understanding to get a firm grip on data science. Data science being an applied field, you learn data science by doing data science. So therefore, here is what I recommend strongly. Learning by doing real-world projects is the best way to learn data science. This is what you exactly have to do. Please don't miss this. It is very critical. To start with, I recommend you to download the publicly available datasets to explore. Start with some beginner level projects. I have a few videos, by the way, on my channel to get you started, and I strongly recommend you to take a look after this one. Say you're working on a project that requires a modeling technique called regression, a predictive modeling technique. Try to handcraft the code as much as possible to develop the intuition. You know what? Intuition is extremely valuable, and handcrafting is a great way to develop intuition. For example, regression is an established technique. You find, including on my channel, a lot of the content implementing regression models by many data professionals as well, including data scientists. Take a particular notebook to compare and contrast in terms of various packages used, coding style, optimization, etc. This way, you can identify the gaps and try to close them. Here is the key. Again, this is very, very critical. The key is to divide your time working on your own project and time to examine the other notebooks. Here is what I strongly recommend. I recommend you figure out the time between the two, meaning time to work on your own project and time to examine project by others available in the public domain in the form of notebooks. So I recommend strongly for you to figure out the time between the two because I believe each one has to find his or her own rhythm. But you know what? Many people make this mistake. Don't make this mistake. Document the learnings. Yes, you heard it right. Document the learnings. Most important is to document the learnings. Why, you may wonder? Because this serves as a very good ready reckoner. Make sure you understand the necessary theory and the math behind the algorithms. Another important aspect people miss. Good grasp of math behind the algorithms helps you to optimize later. So develop a strong foundation on multiple datasets using basic Python components. Once you have a strong grasp of the subject, try working on advanced projects and advanced techniques. Particularly for regression, I recommend you understand both simple linear regression and multiple linear regression inside out. Spend more time not just crafting the code, but also significantly on interpretation. Again, I have specific videos to understand, for example, the real world implication of R squared used in regression. I'll provide the links in the description down below for you to check out. Once you have a firm grasp of the foundation, it's time to take your learning to the next level. Time to look at some advanced techniques and projects, of course. I again recommend to start with decision trees for a supervised learning algorithm. Decision tree by far is one of the simplest. Think of it as a nested if-else statements. It's a white box technique, meaning it's easy to interpret the business rules, gives you a lot of insights as to the inner workings of the model. This is a very important lesson for learning. First, focus on handcrafting the decision tree for intuition. Then start using machine learning packages like scikit-learn, for example, to elegantly create the models. Again, spend significant time developing the intuition on multiple data sets and projects. Then I would recommend exploring random forest, which is an ensemble technique. So the order that I want you to explore is first the decision tree, then the random forest as an ensemble technique. I highly recommend that you follow similar steps that I alluded to for decision trees. Once you get comfortable, then start exploring other supervised techniques, namely logistic regression. You know what? You need a good grasp of probability for this, as well as explore other techniques like LDA for short, linear discriminant analysis, SVM, support vector machine, etc. Then try unsupervised learning techniques. For example, damage reduction technique like principal component analysis and factor analysis or clustering, k-means clustering, for example. This is important. Seek feedback from your peer groups. For example, if you have peer groups, seek feedback from your peer group and iteratively improve. Key is to follow seeking feedback and iterative improvement. Please do not forget that. Once you have a strong foundation, subsequently it's all about learning new concepts or packages and applying them, you know what, to more and more projects. It's all about learning every day and evolving. This is a challenge and you must accept to remain relevant and to sustain jobs longer. Again, I recommend strongly to create a GitHub repository to publish your learning. Please hear this. I recommend strongly to create a GitHub repository to publish your learning. Complement this with writing blogs. You can create your own blogs or you can share it, your knowledge and the learning on platforms like LinkedIn for visibility. You know what? Platforms like LinkedIn not just gives you visibility to recruiters, for example, also helps you to create your own brand. Once you get comfortable and get good at machine learning, then you can think of stretching yourself to learn something more advanced like deep learning. For example, learning neural networks, depending on the areas of interest. Somebody may want to pursue natural language processing, somebody may want to pursue computer vision, somebody may want to look at advanced computer vision, and somebody may want to pursue, for example, generative AI, etc. So let me know. I can create a video as to how you can approach deep learning in a structured and systematic fashion for a step-by-step learning, a framework if you like, that will help you to understand deep learning better. So let me know if you need a video to be done. I'm happy to do that video and share my understanding of the space. You know what? By now, I've spent significant time letting you know how you can start your journey in data science and machine learning and deep learning, for example. I'm sure for some of you, it could have popped up in your minds how much time I should spend on a daily basis and for how long, right? I can understand and I can see some of you are thinking already. So here is what I recommend. To start with, spend 1 to 2 hours every day. I think that's more than sufficient for most of us, even if you start from the scratch. And you know what? If you were to ask me, if I have to start all over again, I'll do exactly spending 1 to 2 hours of whatever I explained to learn. Then for how long? Is it for few days, few weeks, few months, or few years? Here is what I recommend. To start with, I think 1 to 2 hours of everyday learning is sufficient, and you have to be at it for almost a year. Okay, make no mistake, it's a fast evolving field and it's a vast field. Don't get intimidated by it, but I'm being realistic in setting that expectation in every one of you for yourselves. Okay, and that could number of hours could vary. Somebody may be able to spend more than 2 hours, somebody may be able to spend only 1 hour per day. And make sure you don't spend too little time cramming things or too much time, which is kind of little intensive to learn. So find the optimal number of hours. Maybe I'm still thinking 1 to 2 hours is good enough for most of you, but I leave it to you to decide as to how much time. Don't cram it too much into a short period, or don't spend too much time learning on a daily basis. Let's say you're going to decide on learn for 1 to 2 hours every day, and you have to be at it for a year almost to be able to grasp in a solid fashion, to get a strong foundation and to get a good grasp of the subject. You know what? To learn data science in a systematic fashion, it boils down to setting some goals, some targets, some timelines, and be committed to that. Okay. So I leave it to you as to what could be a good timeline. I gave you some ballpark of what I think if I start all over again that I would do. But give it a best shot. Set a goal, set a target, maybe 6 months, maybe 1 year from hands, and therefore work towards that target in a steadfast fashion on a daily basis, spending some time learning every day. So at the end, it's all about staying the course and reaching the goal. You have it in you to make it happen, to reach the goal that you wanted to reach. Okay. So I hope with that, I'm going to conclude by asking you, hope you have liked this. Let me know in the comments what part of the video that you liked the most, what could be done differently. I'm also open to seeing some suggestions so that I can incorporate them in my subsequent videos. And if you found this video highly useful, please folks, give it a big fat thumbs up. Share it with your network and friends. And if you have not subscribed already to my channel, right now, please subscribe and stay tuned for more content like this that's going to be useful and valuable. And you know what? Enable the bell icon for notification so that you don't miss out on any new videos and upcoming videos. With that, I conclude by saying thank you. Congratulations if you have made it this far. Here is wishing each and every one of you a happy learning in your onward journey. I'll see you in my next video. This is Manjunath signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.